All right, everybody, get ready to party. Because today, we are diving into Super Mario Party Jamboree on the Nintendo Switch.
Sounds like a good time.
Does it ever? We're going to find out if this is the party to be at on the Switch.
Definitely the right question. And we've got a pretty in-depth review here to help us figure that out.
Awesome. So, to kick things off,
Yeah.
the review claims Jamboree is the most complete Mario Party on the Switch.
Bold statement.
Yeah, that's a pretty bold statement. What makes them say that?
You know, honestly, looking at this, they might be right. Just to start, you're getting 7 game boards.
7.
7. And 5 of them are brand new.
Okay, see, now that's what I like to hear. They aren't messing around with the content.
Not even a little. And they really designed the boards to appeal to everyone. You want that classic, charming Mario Party feel, Rainbow Castle. That's where you're going to go.
Classic.
Yeah, you've got Toad selling stars, Bowser's there causing trouble.
Music to my ears. Familiar, but hopefully they've added some fun new twists.
Oh, for sure. But here's where it gets interesting, especially if you're playing with a group that likes to get a little more strategic. Goomba Island.
Ooh, Goomba Island. Okay.
Get this. The tides rise and fall as you're playing.
Wait, what?
Oh. Yeah. It blocks paths. You have to completely rethink your strategy on the fly.
Oh, now that's what I call adding another layer to the chaos.
Oh, yeah. This is like next level Mario Party.
I can already picture it. The yelling, the strategizing, the desperate dice roll.
Exactly. And then on top of all that, there's this whole new feature they've added, Jamboree comps.
Jamboree comps. Okay, what are we talking about here?
So imagine you're going around the board, right?
Mm-hmm.
And suddenly, bam, you run into like Donkey Kong.
Hold on, wait. Are you saying Donkey Kong is just hanging out on the board?
Yeah. You challenge each other to a mini game.
Okay.
And these are a little more in-depth than the regular mini games you'd see. And if you win, Donkey Kong becomes your comp, basically your teammate, for 3 whole turns.
So it's like having a celebrity teammate. Okay, that is cool. I like it. But what does that actually mean during the game? Like, what kind of advantages do these comps give you?
So each character has their own unique thing they can do. Like Donkey Kong might give you extra dice rolls, right?
Nice.
Someone like Waluigi might help you snag stars from other players.
Sneaky?
It adds this whole other strategic element to the game.
Okay, they had me at celebrity teammate. But the strategic element, that's the cherry on top. It already sounds like the most strategic Mario Party yet.
Mm-hmm.
And we haven't even gotten to the minigames. Speaking of which, this review had me seeing double over 110 minigames.
That's a lot of minigames.
Are they serious? 110? Is that like a new record or something?
It's got to be close.
But with that many, are they all actually, good? Or are we talking like reskins and stuff?
That's fair. I mean, you'd think they'd have to cut some corners with that many, right?
Yeah.
But actually, the review says the minigames are really high quality overall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, fun to play, simple controls, and they really got creative with the concepts. The one thing, though, is that those 110, those are spread across all the different ways you can play, not just the board game.
Okay, that makes more sense. So it's not quite the totally endless well of mini games, it sounds like at first.
Right, exactly. Like if you're mainly playing the board game, yeah, you might see some repeats, especially if you're playing with the same group a lot.
True. Although I guess that's where those Jamboree comps come in handy, right?
Exactly. Shake things up a bit.
Okay, so maybe a bit of mini game repetition, but honestly, with those incredible sounding boards and the comps, I feel like there's got to be even more to this party, right?
Yeah,
what else is there to do in this game?
So this is where Jamboree really shines. Just the sheer amount of content is kind of mind-blowing. Like, they have a whole single-player mode called Service Stints.
Wait, hold on. Did you say single player? Like a single player Mario Party?
Yep. It's basically like a little campaign, but with a very Mario Party sense of humor. You go around to the different boards, you complete these, like, goofy quests.
I mean, I'm strangely intrigued. I didn't know I needed a single-player Mario Party mode in my life.
Right.
But I got to imagine most people are going to be drawn to the multiplayer mayhem. What's fueling that side of the party?
Oh, absolutely. And for that, they've got you more than covered.
Okay.
They have a bunch of different options for multiplayer. One of the standouts is Bowserathlon.
Bowserathlon.
Yeah, it's this wild 20-player race across this giant board.
Hold up. Did you say 20 players?
20 players.
You're going to need to rent out a convention center for that.
You might.
Okay, wow. Anything a bit calmer. For those of us who like our parties a little more, shall we say, Strategic?
Yeah, they thought of that too. The review was really impressed with the anti-Bowser squad mode.
The anti-Bowser squad, okay.
It's cooperative, so you and your friends are all working together to take down Bowser.
Ooh, teamwork. I like it.
And it takes place across these really cool 3D maps. They called it challenging, strategic, a true test of teamwork.
Okay, see, now that's something I haven't really seen in a Mario Party game before. I am very into that. So we've got single player, 20-player mayhem, cooperative, Bowser bashing. Did they forget anything?
Well, they do also...
I'm starting to think they're going to need like a whole other deep dive episode just to go through everything. Okay, wow, I'm already sold. But with all those different ways to party, this game better look the part, Rye.
Oh, you have no idea.
What'd the review say about the presentation, graphics, music, all the important stuff?
They were blown away by how good it looks.
Really?
Almost photorealistic textures. The colors are super vibrant. They were particularly impressed with, like, the food.
Hold on, are you serious? The food looks that good.
It's making me hungry just thinking about it.
Okay, now I have to see this.
And it's not just the food. The boards are packed with these, like, charming little details.
Oh, nice.
It makes you want to explore every corner of the game.
I love that. Attention to detail is so important. What about the character models? Are they equally impressive?
It sounds like the character models are a touch less detailed.
Ah, okay. So maybe a slight mismatch there.
Just a bit. But honestly, they said the overall aesthetic is so charming you probably won't even notice.
Okay, good. As long as the game feels like a Mario Party, I'm not too worried about a little less detail on the character models.
All right.
What about the audio? A good soundtrack and fun sound effects are essential for setting the mood. Did they mention anything about that?
Oh, yeah. They said the sound design is great. A lot of really nice use of the HD rumble, too.
Oh, nice. I love it when games use the HD rumble well. Adds a whole other level of immersion,
For sure. And the music is fantastic. Really good at building that, like, nail-biting tension at just the right moments.
Music to my ears. Speaking of music,
Mm-hmm.
what about the voice acting? This is the first game since Charles Martinet retired, right?
Right, yeah. So there are some new voices for some of the characters.
Ooh, okay. How does it sound? Any early favorites or not so favorites?
They didn't say much about most of the characters, but they did mention that the new Wario is a bit divisive.
Yeah, I can see that. Wario's voice is pretty iconic. Replacing that is no small feat.
Yeah, tough to follow a legend.
Okay, so maybe steer clear of Wario mode for now. Duly noted. But overall, it sounds like a pretty glowing review.
Oh, for sure.
We've covered so much here. Amazing visuals, tons of content, strategic new features. Let's bring it home, though. Big picture. Is Super Mario Party Jamboree the party to attend on the Switch?
That's the million-dollar question.
It is. So what's the verdict?
The review called it a fantastic entry in the series.
Okay, I like it.
And without a doubt, the best Mario Party on the Switch.
Wow. They did not hold back. But it wasn't all perfect, right? Like there were a few of those little hiccups we talked about.
Yeah, there were a couple things. The minigame repetition, the whole Wario situation.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, they said those were pretty minor compared to everything Jamboree gets right.
That's awesome.
The sheer amount of content, how polished the core gameplay is, those awesome Jamboree comps we talked about. It's clear the developers really put a lot of love into this one.
Music to my ears.
Ah.
So basically, if you're on the fence about Super Mario Party Jamboree,
Get off the fence.
get off the fence.
Yeah.
And go get yourself this game.
Exactly. If you need an excuse to get your friends together, have some laughs, maybe shout at Bowser for a bit.
Who doesn't love a little Bowser bashing?
This is your game!
Awesome. Well, after that deep dive, I'm curious, what's your ideal way to play? Are you a board game purist? Are you going to try to wrangle 20 people for a Bowser-a-thon showdown? Or maybe team up and take down Bowser with your best buddies?
So many good choices.
I know. It's a great problem to have. Let us know what you think. Hit us up online and keep the conversation going.
We want to hear from you.
And until next time, happy gaming.